once you have those three letters across your chest, it just you just represent for a lot more than yourself. Garrett's been here for a while too. He has not once thought about leaving. Getting a chance to just put on for like just Louisiana. I just love LSU.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into yet another episode of the Fitz Take Podcast. I'm your guy, Jamarcus Fitzpatrick, but you know you can always call me Fitz. That man in boxes with me is Elijah Nixon, aka E Money. Guys, we appreciate y'all so much for getting us to this point. If you are not a subscriber and this is your first time on the channel, please hit the bell down below and subscribe to the channel. Also, follow myself, Elijah, and my production company, ONEWAY Productions, on our social media platforms that will be linked down in the descriptions. And if you are listening to this episode, please go ahead and give us a follow as well, whether that is Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Amazon Music. And we've been rolling out these interviews, man. But this one I think is gonna be one of my favorites for sure. Today we have another special guest joining us as a formidable defensive tackle for the LSU Tigers, standing at 6'2" and weighing 320 pounds. He hails from Alexandria, Louisiana, where he was a three-sport standout in football, powerlifting, which is where I originally met him at, and track at Alexandria Senior High. A two-time 5A state champion in the shot put. He showcased his exceptional strength early on. Since joining LSU, he's appeared in 41 games, starting 5 and accumulating 51 career tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and half a sack. Now, he did have a season-ending injury last year, but he is coming back for yet another year to help anchor that defensive line. And I'm talking about Mr. Jacobian Guillory. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. How about you?
Doing
Doing
good, bro.
good, bro. Doing good.
Yeah, man. It's been a long time coming, bro. I remember walking in I think it was Pineville High School, and they kept saying that this kid that can squat like 600-700 pounds. And I said, I gotta see it to believe it. And I go in there,
Yeah.
and you were that kid doing it, man. And now here we are, some 6-7 years later now. And here you are in your
Yeah.
another year here at LSU, man. For you, let's start with last season. You get in, you come in for what would have been your senior year, but unfortunately you suffer an injury and it cuts your season short. Just talk about like how difficult that was, especially knowing how much excitement and hype you had going into that year.
Really like I'll say it was like I had my hopes set so high for something, and then for whatever reason I was just brought back down. But every God has a plan for everybody, and I'm just staying the course. So like really, with that being said, like it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like the middle part was definitely like a big part of it, but like thank God I have my family. You know what I'm saying? To be my backbone. That without them, I really would be nothing.
You ain't the only one with shoulders, bro. First of all, let me go ahead and put that out there, bro. You ain't the only one. But no, seriously, man, you have a major injury. And it's the transfer portal is the hottest thing right now. Let's be honest with college sports. Why didn't you want to enter the transfer portal and go somewhere else?
Because when I signed that dotted line, it was more than just about LSU. It was like this was playing for my state, playing in front of the team that I watched as I was a little kid, like getting a chance to just put on for like just Louisiana. It really just it's more than just about football to me. I just love LSU, and I just never would like thought about that.
Now, obviously, the original, head coach that you came under was Ed Orgeron, but then eventually Brian Kelly takes over, and he's become an intricate piece in trying to get LSU back to the national championship that they were in some years ago. What has he been like for you as a head coach, and how has he kind of helped walk you through a lot of the process as you've grown as a college football player?
I'll say like the first like practice, I always go back to that is like I had like gotten into a little scuffle, and like our relationship kind of started off a little rocky, but like ever since that day, like we just like literally grown from that moment and just become like he's just such a like I don't even know how to put it into words, like just our year to year development as like player coach relationship has just gotten so much better.
Now elaborate on that, because a lot of people. When I see Brian Kelly, I think he's more of a chill guy. He gets his that Coca-Cola, and he just don't seem like he's out there and just yelling a lot. Like what?
Yeah.
How intense is he with you guys?
I mean, obviously, if on the camera, he's gonna act a certain way because that's how he is. But like, he really does get fired up, and he really does show his passion for football when we're out there between the white lines.
Yeah, I remember it was one time, I can't remember what fall camp that was. It might have been like 2 years ago. And somebody wouldn't get out of the drill, and he yelled and he was like, "Get back, like get out of the
Mm-hmm.
way." Like he
Yep.
definitely is that guy that sets the tone.
Yes, sir.
And like from that standpoint, knowing that you have, a college coach that has been successful, where he's been, whether that's, Notre Dame or whatever, having that, how much does that continue to elevate the standard that's already, like LSU is the standard when it comes to the state of Louisiana, but having somebody that also has had a great standard for themselves in the career, how does that raise the level of intensity where you guys are?
I think for one, really like he has a like set of rules that he follows, and he's carried throughout like every program he's been in. That stuff obviously like it works. So like the thing like with us is like just having guys bought all the way in. You know what I'm saying? To what he preaches and stuff like just having guys bought in is really will really preaches.
Now, another guy that coach that's on the coaching staff is Kyle Williams, new addition out there with the defensive line coach. I know Coach Davis just recently just took off, but how has that been with Kyle, the former Buffalo Bill defensive lineman?
It's really been like a dream come true because when I was in high school, like I remember Coach O was talking about this guy named Kyle, and I didn't know who he was talking about. And then I went home and looked him up, and I seen that he was like a guy that played at LSU, had a long career in Buffalo. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I've always model like try to model my game kind of like after his because I'm not the tallest guy in the room. You know what I mean? But I kind of he thrived on that, like not being the tallest or the biggest or the strongest. Like he thrived, being that guy. So just watching this game and just continue to get better. It's just like a dream come true because I've been watching them in high school.
And with that in mind, like how different is it that he is somebody that not only has been in you guys' shoes literally on the field, but he is been where you guys want to go. So he knows not just what it takes to be good there in the SEC, but he knows what it takes to be successful in the NFL too.
I think really like listen, like just being all the way bought into what he's saying because obviously he knows what he's talking about. He played like how many years did he play in the NFL? Like I think it was 13. Was he with the Bills or
Mm-hmm.
12? I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. But like, just knowing that he knows how to get to he knows how to get there and stay there. Like, and he's literally just giving us little nuggets every day at practice.
Now you also have some young defensive linemen in that room, man. What's my man name from Acadiana '96?
Dominic McKinley.
Dominic McKinley. You got him coming up and a bunch of other guys, man. And remember, last time we talked, Mason Smith was the guy that you was trying to be under the wing of. Now that you're the older guy, what is it like with you trying to lead that young defensive line right now?
I mean, just willing to get guys that are willing to just work, like Ahmad Bro, like really like all the guys that are in the room just willing to work. But like, it's really like it's not fake. You know what I mean? Like as I say, like no one's like faking it. Like everyone's literally willing to work, wanting to learn more information every day and stuff like that. So just glad to have a group of guys that's just willing to work, ready to work every day.
And when you look at not just the defensive line room, but like the whole landscape of the SEC, like the trenches there are the best of the best. Like whether it's Vanderbilt you're going against, Arkansas, Texas A&M, Texas, like you guys are going against the best of the best every single week. Like what is that trench warfare like on a Saturday, whether it's in Death Valley or if it's on the road?
I think for us is like like the what you want to do is kind of make practice harder than the game. So our preparation in practice, like you named all these guys, we still have guys on LSU. You know what I mean? So we go against these guys every single day of the week. So like I know in my head if I'm doing what I have to do against these guys, that on Saturday it would just be that much easier.
Now, do you talk a lot of junk?
Not really. Not unless I'm talking to.
All right, so
I don't start first.
so who's on that defensive line that ain't afraid to let you have it if they kicking your butt up and down the field?
Oh, against me then that'll be me.
Nah, man, you just
Because
said it wasn't.
because everybody else nice. Dom is really nice. Dom is nice, but he did a little something today that made me, see he got a little mean side to him. But I think that'll be me for sure. Or Sadir.
No, for sure. Dom is a quiet one. I remember when we were talking to him when he was committing and everything. It was like very short, simple, and to the point. But when he get on the field, it's a whole different ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess, man, like when you look at what LSU has produced in the past few years along the defensive line, like what does it mean to you to know that you're a part of that next step of, I remember when you were coming in and Rashard Lawrence had number 90 and he was the one that gave you the nickname Tank and all that good stuff, man. Like to know that you're a part of all of that along the way, what does that mean to you?
I mean, it's honestly like it's honestly a blessing because like that's one of the key reasons I never thought about leaving here because like once you have those three letters across your chest, it's just you just represent for a lot more than yourself. So that's like just being a part of a brotherhood like that runs so deep where I can literally talk to anybody in the NFL and get pointers on anything. It loves like it's literally a blessing.
Now I know it's only spring practice, so you still getting work in and stuff like that. Camp is not here just yet. But is there anybody in the secondary, the linebacker room, that you could say that you could see could be one of those guys when Saturday night comes for Death Valley in Death Valley?
There's a lot of guys to choose from. Just pick one. I'll pick a young guy. I like Devon Keys. Like I like linebacker. He played really good in the bowl game. But I think like going off the bowl game, I think he's just gonna just play that much better. I think this is gonna really be a good season for him and an eye opening season for everybody else.
No doubt, man. You brought up the linebacker room. That helps me to pivot into this. Harold Perkins also got hurt last season. He comes back for another year, and he's moving more to that star position. How has that, or how have you seen him kind of embrace that role? And then also, like, how much does it help when you got people that have so much experience in college football, like yourself, him, and so many others?
I know. I mean, I've been with Harold for a while now, so I know in the back of my head, like I know if Harold just wants to make plays. So I don't care. He doesn't care if he's at safety. He could be a corner. He could be a star. He could be a wheel. Be on the front. He doesn't care. He just wants to make plays. So regardless of what position he's at, I know he's gonna play it to the best of his ability. He's gonna play 110% to make plays.
Now I want to switch gears to the offensive side of football. You had the luxury of being around Jaden Daniels, and now you get to see Garrett for a year too. What makes Garrett in your eyes so special?
I think what like the same things we talked about with me is Gary's been here for a while too. And he has not once thought about leaving. And like guys that like are like that, like there's something special about them. And I just can't wait to for this year, just for everything to just be in full swing, just for Garrett to have everything down and just go out and perform to the best of like I know he's gonna perform, really.
When you look at that offensive line, since we're staying on that side of the ball, you got a couple of new guys that are filling in spots. You had a very experienced offensive line last year. How have you seen that group kind of gel together? I'm seeing notes coming out of practice of different guys, going in and out of different positions. How have you seen those guys try to come together to become that five as one?
It's not necessarily trying to become a five. I know Brad like teaches like he wants the whole room to be elite. So it's not about just having five guys. But he really wants all 15, 14 guys to be able to play on Saturday night. So he coaches every guy the same. So like with Brad, like he literally wants everybody to be in a starting five. So he's gonna give you a shot. It's just a matter of what you do with it.
And to me, the addition of the offensive line, but he's also a receiver, man. I love Green. I love him, man. It's like he can do it all. He can do it all. Talk to me. What makes him a little different? I know he stopped playing basketball to get back to football workouts this year. So what makes him different, man?
He's a 6'7" tight end. But I mean, like literally he's 6'7", but really like he can run routes like a receiver, but he can also come down and run the over routes and all that, like the short curl routes that the quarterback really likes to throws in the red zone. And I mean, once you throw it up, I mean, it's kind of hard to jump over a guy that's already 6'7". So I mean, I don't know I don't know nothing about being 6'7" because I'm barely 6'1". But shoot, I mean, he's a really big like the red zone is in his like house. Like I just can't wait to see it again on Saturday nights.
Yeah, bro, he is a walking cheat code, especially like watching him in that bowl game. I was like, bro, he tearing these
Right.
boys up right now. So it's gonna be crucial coming in next year. When you sit down to prepare and you're trying to continue to craft and get better as a defensive lineman, what's the first thing that you look at to get better at technically? Is it the hand placement? Is it your footwork? What is it that you look at to say like, all right, if I can hone in on this even more, like I'm gonna really be able to make some more special plays coming into the year?
Really like hands, hips, and feet. Like that's really like the base of playing defensive line. So once you get that in order, I mean, there's nothing like you can't do. So like when I say hands hit the feet, like the first thing you're firing out of is like the first thing that's moving is your hand because your hands are already in the ground. But then you got your feet coming out your hips, but you're making contact with your hands. So have your hands in the right spot. Moving your feet in the right place, making sure you're coming out your hips. So like really hips, hands, and feet is like really the biggest thing that I focus on.
Now, was that something that you feel like you needed to work on, but since you're sitting out, or when you sat out because of the injury, or do you have something else that you was working on because you wanted to just bring that and bring improvement to your game?
Really just wanted to bring that improvement to my game because I mean it's been a while since I've been on the football field, but like just really focusing on that. Like my day one, like really like Monday, I was really focusing on just hips, hands, and feet.
No doubt, man. How good did that feel just getting back to football? Like spring football is always that feeling. You get on the field, that freshly cut grass. Y'all know y'all got morning practices that y'all do here and there too. Like, what was that moment like when you were able to finally get back out there, especially in the pads, and get to popping with them?
I really feel like I was at home. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't too big of a moment, wasn't too small of a moment. It felt like I was where I needed to be, and I felt like my first day was really like an eye opener of how this process is going to go moving forward.
Now, speaking of the spring, man, spring games are looking a little different for a couple of teams. I mean, I know Ole Miss did some things last year where they did like a slam dunk contest and stuff like that on the sidelines. What do you feel like about the spring games? Do you feel like it should be something invented here, or do you feel like they should go back to their old ways? What do you think spring games should look like in the future?
I mean, I like playing football. So I mean, I like the football part of it. But the only thing I would like just tweak about it is just trying to get more people to come out. You know what I mean? I really would like to see like a sold out stadium for a spring game, like stuff like that. But like all the other stuff, I'm not really too much big of a fan of it. I like playing football.
No facts, bro. Like at the end of the day, you got to play ball to make it work. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Um, for you when it comes to like playing, especially defensive tackle, like what do you take the most pride in? Because like a lot of people think that D line is just you just got to sack the quarterback, and if you don't have the numbers, then you're not a good defensive lineman. But it's a lot more to that. It's the double teams. It's all those other things that you're dealing with. What do you take the most pride in trying to be a good defensive lineman?
I take the most pride in like beating double teams. Like being a shorter guy is kind of easier for me because I'm literally already down low to the ground. But like I really do take pride in like beating double teams, coming off a double team, being clean, held like you know what I mean, like not being on the ground, like stuff like that. I really take pride in that.
Now, do you always feel like, because you know you got the three letters across your chest, do you always feel like it's a ton of pressure on you guys? Because to me, it's always championship or bust for you guys. Do you feel like it's always pressure because of that?
No, I mean at the end of the day, I give 110% on the field, and knowing that is no pressure. I don't really pay attention to the media stuff. Like I said, like I like playing football, so I don't. That doesn't really phase me.
No doubt, man. Um, you've been there for some time. When you look back at where you were at the beginning of your career to where you are at this position now, how have you seen yourself grow in so many different ways, physically, emotionally, mentally, all of those things like that?
Really just becoming not only a better football player, but becoming more of a better man. You know what I mean? Like I've been there for a while. I've been through a lot of coaches. Like just being able to change on the fly, being able to adapt in my environment, no matter what the environment is. And just being a hell of a lot of football player when I came in here.
Now, Death Valley is always number one. We all know that. But if you had a road game, what stadium do you really like playing in the SEC?
And I was talking about this today. I'm not gonna say that because I might get some hate for that. I don't know. I don't like playing in Florida. I hate playing in Florida. Um, I'll just say Bama because of the lights, and that's literally the only reason. And Bama because it's this like the fastest transition out of the game, in and out of the game, flights included, and under the lights, and that's literally about it.
Alabama is dope. I've never been to it, but like seeing a lot of the way the media look at the like the shots that they get and all that stuff. But like my favorite thing that I love that y'all do before a game is like after y'all warm up, y'all run over to the student section and y'all get real hype like that. Like how
Yeah.
fun is that when y'all get that moment? It's like, all right, bro, like we done did all the warm ups. It's time to play now. How does that feel?
Sure, it's nice until you out of breath. I used to do a lot in like my earlier career, and then like I literally just stopped doing it because like it's just energy wasting. You're wasting all your energy before a big game. But I mean, it is a nice interaction with the fans. Don't get me wrong, but like, yeah, I need all the energy I can get.
But a seasoned vet with that now.
So, so,
And then another question I got for you with Coach Baker, man. I know he came from Mizzou. It was his first year last year with the defensive philosophy. How much do you feel like you have grown with that defensive coordinator and how things are supposed to be ran?
Man, this is my third year with Coach Baker because I was here when he was first here as a linebacker coach. So I mean, having a relationship like prior to him already being here, that already it helped me out a lot because he's always messing with me and stuff like that. And I mean, as a player, you want something like that because at the end of the day, he really cares about you. So like this year, it's like literally like I literally know everything. I don't like all our new cars that we were installing for the spring, like some of the stuff we were in last year. And I'm literally just spot on with everything, knowing everything, like helping some of the younger guys with the calls. So it's just really like being able to say I ran those calls last year.
Let's take a step off the field for a minute, bro. Like I had a really I feel old moment when I got on Instagram one day and I saw that you had a baby in your hand. I said, "Boy,
Yeah, I
these
know.
guys are grown for real, man." Like
I know my
for
son.
you,
Yeah.
how has that like changed you so much, man? Because now it's not about just yourself. Like you are responsible for a whole human life. Like how has that changed you?
Oh, I mean, for real, like with the injury included, like it really made me see life differently because and at first, it was cool having a son playing football. Like that was my like night and day, not like really my daily life. But like then, like I got a chance to see what it is to like with my injury, see what it is to like see what life is like for my girlfriend, her side, because she's at home with our son all the time, and like at first I was limited to what I could do, so I was in like just home with him, and just really like appreciating those moments and stuff like that, appreciating the stuff that she does for me, and appreciating like just having being able to raise like just a beautiful boy like him.
Got him a little tank, man. A little tank.
No, I'm not on daddy duties yet, man. Hopefully one day I can get there. But give me some advice. What is the hardest thing to do? Is it changing the diaper? Is it trying to figure out why the baby's crying? What's the hardest thing for you right now?
I think the hardest thing is literally like when you're like dead tired for the day. Like this has literally been like the toughest day of practice for the week. And I come home and I try to go to sleep and when we're all asleep and it's just the middle of the night he just starts crying and he doesn't want to go back to sleep.
Oh man, I feel you,
And
man.
he doesn't
I
do
feel
that
you.
regularly, but like it's it once every blue moon he'll just stay up all night.
That's it, bro. That's it. Talking about like where you come from, man. Obviously that's what we cross paths in Alexandria. How much does your home life, Alexandria, where you're from, where things started for you, how much does that shape you as the person you are?
I mean, really, like it shaped me as a man, but I really like being like someone that like everyone in Alexander could see like is in like he literally did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got to college. He's gonna go to the next level. He knows how to do it. He has the plan. But you know what I'm saying? Just being like something like that that the young kids in Alexandria can look up to, you know what I'm saying? When I come back home, it's always like happy smiles and hugs and all that. So like just being someone like everyone else can look up to.
Well, you power lift, right? What is your max right now?
That was years ago, dude. I don't know. I don't do that no more.
No,
I
bro.
stick I stick to 500. I just
Yeah,
work that thing out.
yeah, man. Once you get to a certain number, bro, it's like all throwing all that heavy weight around. That ain't fun no more.
Just go about 500 every now and then. That's about it.
No, for real, man. Because now you lifted to maintain at this point. It ain't no more
Yeah.
of I'm the strongest in the weight room. Like, nah, I'm here to lift weights and not get injured. That's it. Facts.
But the velocity numbers are nice with 500. Like, you know, like we have like a little tracker that like tracks our speed, like how fast we can push stuff, like the max output that we put with like putting force to the ground. So like it's some good numbers that I do with 500, but like I don't usually go over that.
Yeah, for sure. Like, how different is that? Like, I see a lot of guys with the different technology and things that y'all have. How much does that help you? Not just to understand like how your body reacts to certain exercises and things, but really for you to be able to learn yourself better and to become a better athlete when you're out there.
It really teaches you how to like make sure like you give 110% the right way. You know what I mean? Like making sure like every movement is efficient. So like really like the football is like really so like the minors what can I say, like the smallest minute detail can be off and like that'll mess up the whole play. So like really like honing in on like the little muscles that we have to get strong and stuff like that. So because literally it can literally like getting off the ball and like I'm reacting to what the offensive lineman is doing. So like that happens in a half a second. So like training those little muscles to react to half a second like literally get you that much better.
I like that.
Facts, man. Now off the field, man. Who are you, man? For the people that want to know who you are, what kind of person are you off the field?
Like that. But I mean, other than that, like I just like to be at home and chill with my family. That's about it. I'm a family man. Um I like to go fishing and stuff like that. I like to do events with John Deere. I want to like do more stuff at Alexandria this year. So like I want to kind of start with like a back to school drive, like something small. I know Bud talked about trying to do a few things this off season. So like really just just being a man with other people for real.
I love that, man. You brought up Bud, man. Like, y'all boys go way back, like
Yeah,
from the beginning and everything, man. He's coming back for another year.
yeah.
Um,
Me and Bud started going to school together in like fourth grade.
wow,
Yeah.
child, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, talk about that type of relationship where it goes beyond football. Like, y'all have gone to completely different schools. You've made names for yourselves in different spaces on your careers. Just talk about how you guys are always still able to interact and stay close with each other.
I mean, like literally since the day I met him, I knew he was gonna like he was an athlete, and I've always tried to compete with him, like just try to stay fast with him and stuff like that. But like I literally just can't. So like just to see like the stuff he's done at TCU, I mean like it's just like I watched like I got a chance to literally watch every TCU game this year, and like just watch him go out there to know he's out there doing what he loves. I'm literally just so happy for him, and like he has his son, and his son's a little bit older than mine, but like he's literally like just been not only like a good friend in a football sense, but like literally a good friend and like just a good friend over like literally since we've known each other since fourth grade.
How crazy is it that I mean I know Bud had his son, you like you said previously. You guys are both dad now, like fourth grade to
Mhm.
actually being family men now. Is it how crazy is that for you?
I mean, I ain't even thought about it like that's crazy. Literally, like who would have thought?
That's crazy, man. Um, I'll get you out here on this one, man. When you are, not just done at LSU, but done with football in general, like what do you feel like you want to do next? Like, is there a vision or a goal that you kind of have in mind? of what football life after football looks like for you, or are you still just kind of enjoying it day by day?
The thing is about like I want even like the workforce now is like you can literally go into so many different like things. So like not just one necessarily main job can be all your income. You can literally have five different streams of income. So like just finding a way to like, I mean, obviously, yeah, I would like to coach, but like not just coach, but like having like multiple sources of income to benefit the team that I had, like I'm helping with, like coaching on. Like really, that's my main thing. Like is being a coach, but being able to financially support my team also. Cause I mean, I remember coming up through like Ash, and we didn't obviously now they had the turf field. We didn't have the turf field. We had the trash indoor, the grass field, the sandy practice field. Like you know what I mean? Like just being able to coach on the team and have us financially stable. And
For
that's
sure.
like really one of my biggest things, to where like the kids literally don't have to worry about anything, just sign up and try out.
No doubt, man.
And then my last question to you, man, is basically like being on the pod. We definitely appreciate you for taking the time and doing this. But if you could see somebody else doing it, whether if it's teammates, somebody you know, who would you say that could come on this pod? And when you say the name, you gotta help us get them up here.
Uh, one dude I say is like Prince. Is like Prince is another guy that got injured, but he got injured in the first game. He tore his ACL and
Mhm.
meniscus, I believe. But
Yeah,
he's coming back from injury also, and like he's another guy that's what I'm saying that's really like he's just going to help that linebacker room.
yeah. Talking about Prince Malbro, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Laffy is the Laffy Christian Star, man. I know Prince for
Yeah,
sure. We get that. We'll get that set up. But like he said, you got to help us to
Yeah,
set it
help
up,
us,
man.
man.
Yeah,
yeah, but
for sure. Man. We appreciate you for coming on, Jacobian man. Very proud of you, brother. Watching you grow
thank
up
you.
as a young man, and we look forward to seeing what you do coming up this season, man. We'll be in touch.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Jacobian Guillory, defensive tackle for the LSU Tigers, coming here on the Fitz Take podcast. And uh, like I said, man, I've been knowing that kid since his like junior year of high school. So to see how much he's grown now into the young man that he is, like, well, that's how you know you've been in the game a minute. It's like, man, like you see kids go from this to that. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy for sure.
Yeah, man. I remember the first time I interviewed him. It was this was Jaden Daniels last year, and he was saying that they want to get a championship. Of course, they competed their butts off to get out there. That was the top scoring offense. I know Jacobian did well defensively. So again, man, it's cool to see that, man. See them grow and especially play for the dream school and try to make a difference.
No doubt about it, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up yet another episode of the Fitz Take podcast. Like we said, we are going to continue to crank out great content for you guys, whether that's interviews, whether that is breaking down the main big topics that's going on in the sports world. We're going to keep bringing it to you guys. Thank y'all so much for getting to this point in the video. If you're here and you're not a subscriber, hit the bell down below, but also comment, like the video, share it, all of those good things, because that helps to continue to grow this channel. Also, be sure to follow myself, Elijah, and my production company, ONEWAY Productions, on our social media platforms that will be linked down in the description of this video. And if you're listening, please go ahead and give us a follow as well. That is Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. Signing out for Elijah Nixon, I'm Jamarcus Fitzpatrick. We'll see you guys next time.